Lionel Messi. Is it an overreaction to say that he will end his career with Barcelona? You might be thinking, what? Like, that's crazy. But yesterday, Messi posted this on Instagram from Camp Nou. The caption reads, "Last night I returned to a place I have missed with all my soul. A place where I was extraordinarily happy, where 1,000 times you made me feel like the happiest person in the world. I hope one day I can come back, and not just to say goodbye as a player, as I never got to." So what's crazy also is that it was reported that nobody at the club knew he was
The builders let him in. The builders let him in.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I believe it's a Turkish contractor who is overseeing the renovations, the rebuild, and he made contact with them, and he went in undercover, literally. I mean, he's there because the Argentinian squad are training in Alicante, so he's got a reason to go to Spain for it. But the fact he didn't tell anybody from the club, I think, speaks volumes. Now, he didn't leave, I don't think, on the greatest terms with Laporta, and it was the hierarchy there, and we know the mess that is Barcelona now. But and ordinarily, I would have said overreaction, but that line you just read there, Ali, I didn't get to say goodbye as a player. If I'm a Barca fan, I mean, personally, I wouldn't want to see him go back because you don't want to tarnish your legacy, but he's probably still so good he could play with a cigar and carpet slippers anyway. So
he did just sign a 2-year extension with Inter Miami through 2028, and as we know,
but could we read something different?
3-year, excuse me.
The winter break. Yeah. Could he go there on loan? Do you remember Thierry Henry going back to Arsenal? Use of fitness.
Okay,
I'm going not an overreaction.
Troy?
I think overreaction as a player, but would like to see him go back maybe as a director of football or something in those upper echelon roles within the club, trying to get it back to the club it once was, especially with the financial restrictions that they find themselves now. So as a player, I'm going to say overreaction.
Yeah. I'm going to go and split the difference, right?
No.
Initially,
we can't sit on the fence.
So I think...
Do you have some tweezers for the splinters in his butt?
No, I don't think this is...
Look,
I want to believe this, and I'm very buoyed by this, and I think Barcelona fans should be very excited by this.
Comment.
So, underreaction, if that's the right word.
Wait.
Give me the check mark. Not an overreaction, that's what I'm looking for, in terms of him going on loan there. I think he'll end up on loan going to Barcelona. He will play a football match. Overreaction on whether he ends his career there. I don't think he'll end his career there. The project that he's doing with Inter Miami is a big one. That is where his legacy will be defined. He will have a testimonial there, and I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, this is Lionel Messi we're talking about, who's as well as amazing football, he's a bright guy. That was a plant. That was a carefully considered, worded message.
Totally. And Messi is like rarely seen. He was seen all over the place. He popped up in the background of a couple who were, I don't know, did they just get engaged or something? Yeah. Anyway, a couple having a cute moment, and all of a sudden Lionel Messi walks by in the background. This is a guy who's not usually...
I think he does that I think he does that for extra cash. You can hire him to walk past in the video.
This was all at the stadium?
No.
This
is in Barcelona.
Outside.
Oh, okay. Makes more sense.
Well, either way.
It's right there.
Yeah. Is this an overreaction or not? Liverpool will finish outside a European spot. What do we think? Is that an overreaction?
Can we be specific? European spot or Champions League?
European spot.
Ridiculous.
Okay. Troy, you're laughing, so I'm assuming you feel the same.
No, this is the same guy who said Isaac shouldn't be in the top 10. So there's no such thing as an overreaction. I think it's an overreaction, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lahoud?
I'm not taking the bait.
All right.
Especially with these two at the desk, I'm not taking the bait.
So let's take it one step further than Jeff. Is it an overreaction to say that Liverpool would finish outside of a Champions League spot?
Yeah, right now I'd say so. I'd back them to turn it around. They've got a run of winnable fixtures coming up as well. So, and given the league I'd still back them to finish in the Champions League, which potentially could be 5 spots as well.
Troy, you calling Jeff a fish over here? So you
no, I'm saying it's the flip-flop. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, Jeff the flip-flop shoes. I didn't know that was how it was. Depends on what day you get, Jeff. Yeah. So yesterday they were out a bit. Now they're going to finish in top 4. I still think they're in.
No, that was the title race.
They're still in the title race. It's too early. For me, I think it's an overreaction. Again, as I alluded to yesterday, the amount of talent that they've got in those forward areas, they have to start scoring more goals than they are, and I think Florian Wirtz will come good.
Yeah, and let's not forget Alexander Isak. as well still has to get fit, still has to get up to speed. The international break comes at the perfect time for Liverpool. And oftentimes as players, we know going away and getting some time away from football gives you a chance to reflect, gives a manager a chance to reflect as well. I'm really interested in this because you look at the Premier League table, Liverpool, I think they're what, 8th place? 18 points? Every team up until maybe 3rd is at 18 points right now.
Yeah, I think Chelsea are on 20 points.
So
Chelsea are on 20 points at 3rd.
There's a lot of football still left to be played, and it's jam-packed and sandwiched right now. It's a big overreaction.
Yeah, okay, Liverpool, they have the 3rd best odds to finish top 6, but this is an interesting note, and this would be more related to the title race. But Arsenal, they're on pace for 90 points. For Liverpool to hit 90, they would need to average 2.7 points per game over the rest of the season. That is just how bad they've started this year. But I agree with you.
Well, they didn't start bad. They started well. They've fallen away.
But the performances weren't great, were they?
No, they were getting away
with it. The results
weren't
were good. Performances weren't great. And I'd probably argue the performances other than Man City have been better, but not been getting the results. But I just think when you look at it, I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring league title win this year. I think it'll be under 90 points personally, because I think it's more of a even field. I think before
it's a three or four way split.
Yeah, I think before the last 3 or 4 years, you're guaranteed 6 wins for the bottom 3 that come up. You're not getting that now. So I think it's going to be a much better, more intriguing Premier League.
All right, well, speaking of intriguing, Sunderland have certainly been one of those teams. So is it an overreaction to say Sunderland will make a European spot next
Did Buckets
season?
make this spot?
Buckets is tuning in right now on the edge of his seat wondering what you all are going to say, so speak wisely.
Is it an overreaction? I would say it's unlikely because, as Troy said yesterday, teams do fall away. You get it's like a loose horse in a race. They come up, but it has been done before. Ipswich 2001, Forest did it in 93-94, Wolves did it 18-19, promoted and ended up in a European spot, which is absolutely sensational.
So is it an overreaction?
But there's more science to this. I was listening to what Troy said yesterday, which is a rare thing, I must admit. Are they a little bit like for you, Troy? Sheffield United under Chrissy Wilder, 2021. They flew out the traps, they faded at the end, and they finished 9th. Now, 9th would be fantastic for Sunderland, which means they make top half. I could see that vibe. I'm not convinced they'll make European football.
Okay, so Jeff says overreaction.
Overreaction. We got there in the end.
That they will or they will make European football? No, I don't see it.
Okay, so you think that's an overreaction? Troy, what say you?
Yeah, I think it's an overreaction. I see more of the whole team that got promoted with Jimmy Bullard, which they started better than this Sunderland team, but only after international break. I think they won something crazy like 2 games between December and the end of the year and managed to stay up by like 3 points. So for me, I think they're going to be great. They're going to have a good first year, but do you remember Leeds under Bielsa when the first 6 months they just ran through everybody, and the second half of the season people figured them out? That's the whole team I was talking about. 2008, 2009 ended up finishing 20th, but obviously they were 6th at the time. They were flying. So for me, I think they'll just stay up and just stay out of the relegation zone, but I think they will stay up.
One of the conversations we had yesterday was the African Cup of Nations, right, which comes in, and we praised this Sunderland side for the recruitment. And the bonus of that is they've gotten a lot of key players who are going to represent countries at AFCON. The downside to that is the teams they're playing when those players are all gone. In their 11 alone, they have 4 players in their 11, right? They're going to be gone. I think 5 or 6 total within the team. One of the biggest one, Noah Siddiqui, in the middle of the park. That's a massive loss.
7 in total.
7 total?
Yeah, just count.
So that's a massive loss. In that time, they play Newcastle, Brighton, Leeds, City, Spurs, Brentford, Palace. They ain't making Europe.
Are they making top half?
I think they'll be in the conversation for that, but those are a lot of matches that, without the core of that group, that puts that in jeopardy.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.